Hey Mary. It's been a while, right? Are you there? Hope you still alive, haha. I know you didn't change phones or anything. Come on, just respond already. It's not like I'm contacting you at midnight or something.
Hi, Judy.
Oh, there you are. What took you so long to reply my texts?
I only just finished up with work for the day. So I couldn't look at my phone until now. Yeah, it really has been a long time. We haven't seen each other since we graduated high school.
Yeah, I know. It's been way too long. So you're telling me you're still hard at work? I'm surprised.
I mean, yeah, of course. What's so surprising about that? I've worked really hard to land this job. It's the one I've been aiming for a long time.
I thought you would be the type who would want to end up being a stay-at-home mom or something.
What made you think that?
Well, you got married to the son of CEO, right?
Yeah, his father is the CEO of one of the largest pharmaceutical companies in the industry. But it's not like I only married him for his money or something. I'd never do something like that. Wait a minute. Why do you know that? How do you know a lot about my private life?
Oh, you don't know that. With the intelligence network I have at my disposal, it's actually quite simple. To be honest, I was so surprised when hearing that news. For someone like you whose only quality was her book smarts, I couldn't believe you managed to marry into so much money.
Judy, you make it sound like I only married him for his money. Like I said, it's not the truth.
Is that a hint of arrogance I sense? Are you trying to say that you're doing better than I am?
What? Where did you get that idea? I had no intention of doing anything like that.
Yeah, you'd be trying to pull off any kind of bragging. You made me get worried about how I'd respond.
Yeah, whatever. I don't want to explain more.
Anyways, I wanted to ask you about one thing. I hope you could do it for me.
Well, it depends on how is that request.
I wanted to ask you about could you give me that rich husband?
I'm sorry? Are you seriously asking that?
Yes, I think so. I pretty clearly stated it. I want you to give me your rich husband.
You made me speechless. I don't even know how to respond to that.
Why are you acting so weird about? I mean, the son of the president of a company is practically a celebrity. I just feel like his potential is just completely wasted on a plain boring woman like you. That's all. I feel like he'd be better suited to someone whose hard and looks are pretty and glittery. Someone like me totally suits him a lot better than you do.
Sorry, I didn't respond for a second. I needed to restart my brain after seeing the absurdity of what you wrote. Before I can even try to delve into your nonsense, I've got to ask, have you actually met my husband?
Nope.
So you're just asking me to hand him over to you without ever having seen him? Are you crazy?
What's wrong with that? It's fine, isn't it? He's got such a prestigious position that there's enough value in getting him as a husband.
Your thinking is just wrong. What is wrong with you? What do you mean there's enough value? Do you really take marrying someone that lightly? And that's not even going into how wrong it is for you to just openly ask to take someone's husband from them without even having seen them.
What are you going on about? Stop acting like I'm trying to do something unspeakable. All I'm doing is giving you advice. Ask someone who is much prettier than you, you should take my advice. I'm telling you, someone like him is much more well suited to be with someone who matches his level.
What? I don't need your advice. It doesn't make sense at all.
No, I'm just telling you what should be common knowledge. Don't you know anything about what society is really like? I mean, isn't it obvious that a man used to a luxury life would want a wife that matches that luxury style? You can't tell me. You don't understand it. I bet he just got some circumstances surrounding him where he just felt like he needed to settle for marrying someone like you. I know that if I were to appear in front of him, he would fall in love with me in an instant. If you just stay quiet and out of the way, you don't even have to do much to give him up. Just let me do my work and he'll come to me on his own. Then I'll be right by his side as we start to live such a gorgeous life together.
I don't know what to say now. You must be out of your mind. No matter what you say, I am not divorcing my husband. And it's not just because we love each other. Not only are we husband and wife, but we're also business partners. If I were to use your wording, I would say that I am the only one who deserves to be by his side.
Excuse me.
I will not just let you walk all over me with your selfish. You're an adult now. I highly suggest you start acting like it. Don't you start naively talking like you know how the world works.
I don't care if you think I'm naive.
I think you just need to accept that the world doesn't revolve around you.
What's wrong with you? Some plain woman like you acting like she can appreciate the kind of life she has. I hope you know that you're not going to beat me on this. I am going to take your husband from you. I deserve what's the best for me. I will make you pay dearly for denying me. Hey Mary.
Oh, you again?
You're on your honeymoon, right?
I don't see how that's irrelevant. What do you want?
Well, after looking into lots of popular honeymoon spots, I finally caught up to you. I've tracked you down.
Excuse me? You did what?
Aren't you still a little nervous? I know you haven't seen your husband since yesterday.
Why do you ask?
Well, I thought you might be able to guess. He's with me right now. Surprise?
What?
I mean, honestly, your husband was just too easy. I just made a cute little face and from then on he couldn't keep his eyes off me. And he just came home with me.
I'm sorry?
Well, we've been having quite a bit of fun together. I guess that's just a way of saying I stole your honeymoon from you.
So what are you talking about? Anyway, if you think you're talking about my husband, well, sorry to disappoint you, but he's right here next to me.
Of course you'd say something like that trying to hide how much pain you're feeling. I'm struggling not to laugh at how sad that is going on. Enjoy your little Hawaii trip alone now.
I see you're wrong in more ways than one. We are nowhere near Hawaii.
Sure. Just keep going on with the little steps to try to hide your broken heart. It's not good to bottle up your negative emotions for so long, so you should cut it out soon. It's gonna hurt more later.
I think it'll hurt for you more if you don't start accepting that you really screwed up. Not that I really expect you'll ever believe me.
Excuse me?
Like I already told. There's no way I'd ever divorce my husband and give him to you. And he is saying that he's never once thought about leaving me either.
Oh really now?
Well, I don't really understand what sort of enjoyment you're getting out of trying to rile me up. But my husband's telling me that he has a visceral hatred for women like you. And there's no way he would even look at you, let alone fall for you.
That's totally hilarious. You really come up with lots of crazy things to say. The man who's been with me the best parts of me would never say something like that about me. Especially not after I just had such a hot night together. And of course he's right next to me right now. So I know you're lying.
Either your information network is way off the mark or you need to get your eyes checked. Are you sure you're not mistaking him for someone else? Well, anyway, my husband and I have things to do together, so...
Yeah, run along now and cry it out already. Go on and enjoy your heartbreaking single trip. Hi there. Mary? How is this going? I've heard some really good news that I just had to ask you about. I heard your husband divorced you.
You seriously haven't given up on this yet. I'd really like to just ignore you and let you live your life in your own little mistaken world. But seriously, what are you trying to do by trying to get me angry so much? What's your goal here?
What? I'm not doing something like that. Don't make it sound like I'm doing something mean. I'm with my fated partner, who's supposed to become my husband. He only married to you by accident. All I did was get him back from you to fix the mistake. And now things can go as they were supposed to from the start.
Every time you text me, I'm astonished at how utterly clueless you are. What are you even talking about? How can someone you've literally never met be your fated partner? There's no reason to believe that could ever happen.
I'm starting to think you're the completely clueless one here. I'm telling you, your ex-husband is here, with me right now. We just filed our marriage registration. How can you continue to be stuck in denial?
I don't know if you can call it denial. I can't tell how imaginary you are. Really, we haven't even gotten divorced.
Well, you are so stupid, Mary. You should change your surname in Stupid now. Mary Stupid. That means he divorced you without you knowing.
What? You don't make no sense at all. Anyway, I don't want to lengthen your stupid story. You must be next to someone now, right?
I've told you a bunch of times already. I'm with your ex-husband. This is the first time I've been with someone I just have such good chemistry with. Tom is so great, man. I'm so in love with him. Getting married to him is the best choice in my life.
Oh, his name is Tom, right?
Yeah, don't tell me that you forget your husband's name. Such a useless wife ever.
Well, I have to tell you something. Sorry to disappoint you, but my husband's name is not Tom.
What? Are you kidding me? You got the same surname as him. Tom Cruise. And you are Mary Cruise. Tell me, how am I wrong for that? Oh, I know you are just making things up. Stop it, Mary. It doesn't work for me.
Okay, I will tell you more clearly. My husband's name is Peter. Peter Cruise. And by the way, we're in Canada right now. Our company is going to open a branch in Ottawa, and so we have moved to Canada for the past 2 years. In fact, we did throw a honeymoon in Hawaii. But due to some businesses, we had to flight back to Canada not long after that. But that trip was 2 months ago. Maybe due to that fact that I have just posted these images on social media recently. You are literally the stupid one.
Really? You must be lying to me?
No, Judy. I'm dead serious right now. There is no point for me in lying.
But who the heck is the guy I got married to?
Well, I can't say. I have never heard the name you mentioned. So why were you so utterly convinced that guy was my husband anyway?
I talked to him in front of that hotel in Hawaii. After he talked to you for a while, it seemed like he was storming off somewhere to do something on his own. So I thought that was my chance to nab him. That's when I seduced him and invited him to my room.
Wait a minute. Could you be talking about that one lanky guy with bleached blonde hair who was wearing some jacket with a super gaudy design?
Yes, that's him. I remember that jacket. I remember thinking you couldn't possibly appreciate something that flashy. So you did know who I was talking about?
I mean, I saw the guy. But I have no idea who is that guy.
What? How could you not know him? How? I don't understand.
Well, I can only guess a little bit.
Just tell me. Who is this?
Maybe he is the guy who flirted me when I was in that hotel. We just had a chat for a short time. Oh, I remembered that we got the surname. What a coincidence.
I still don't understand.
Well, my husband and I were on our way to the airport. So it was when we were checking out of our hotel. The thing is, Peter, my husband, forgot something back in our room, so I waited in the hotel lobby while he went to get it. That's when that guy approached me and started trying to hit me up. But once I told him that I was a married woman on my honeymoon, he started looking annoyed. And when I told him that my husband would be back shortly, he stormed off in a huff, grumbling under his breath. That's all the extent of my knowledge of this guy.
Can't believe it. I got married into a random man.
Well, that certainly sounds like that to me.
What I really did.
But is that really a problem if you adore him as much as you make it sound? Isn't that fine anyway?
No. It's all wrong. I thought I could steal your gold mine from you. I was going to secure myself a life of luxury by taking him for myself. I did everything I could for the past 3 months to get him to love me. And now you're telling me it was just for some worthless guy. How could this happen to me? I don't deserve this. Please, Mary. Can you help me? I don't want to bury me life with this man. I did a very big mistake.
But how? How can I get you out of your problem? You should do it by your own.
Please, Mary. You doing business, so you must know a lot good lawyers. Can you let them get out of this stupid marriage?
Are you for real? You got what you deserved, Judy. No one can help you. May. Of all the places in the world, I can't believe we met by chance in such a place.
I know exactly what you mean. I was also very surprised.
I heard we're having a new one, but I can't believe it's you. Things will be a lot more fun now.
What do you mean?
I'll take care of you, just like I did when we were in middle school. I cannot wait. I hope you look forward to it too.
I'm sorry, I don't think I understand what you're trying to say.
Middle school is fun. Do not you remember? Oh, May, you didn't stop learning. You always pay attention to your books. You are such a small bookworm. You are the perfect person for me to tease.
Honestly, I hated high school. Those were some of the worst years of my life. I don't know, maybe you remember things a little differently than I do. But I always wish I could forget you. No matter how hard you try, you can't.
Oh, you haven't changed at all, have you? Are you still so serious and boring? Let me guess. That's why you haven't found yourself a husband yet. That is really sad. You are so pitiful. I feel sorry for you. Looks like you're still a nerd.
Look, work is work. Let's leave the past in the past and move on, okay? Do your best to be civilized. I think that's the best thing.
Civilized? Oh my God, how are you so bored? I look forward to having a little fun with you. Just like the past, right?
Like the past? But I don't want to suffer like that at your hands again. You torment me. We will work together, and we are no longer children. Let's act like it, okay?
Yes, whatever you say. You don't have to talk to me like I'm a kid, so just let it go. Besides, I was at that supermarket a long time ago. So don't think you can talk to me like you're everything. You've always thought you were very smart. You were full of confidence when we were kids. That's what I never liked about you.
You can say what you want, but there's really nothing I can do about it. I'm myself.
Oh. I've got big plans for you. I will teach you a lot of lessons, just wait and see. And don't worry about a thing. The store manager also did everything I said. He was always attached to me. He's like a puppy I trained.
Really? Manager?
Oh, yes. That guy loves me. He cannot help himself. I mean, I know I'm in my late 20s now, but I still get it. Do you understand what I mean? People always seem to love me.
So your manager has a crush on you, is that what you mean? Or are you dating?
You can say we are a couple. Everyone knows all about it. That's why people do what I say. They also know what's good for them. Everyone who was mean to me was fired, whoever they were. It doesn't matter if they are regular employees or part-time college students. If I don't like someone, I'll fire that person.
And you're the one making sure they get fired? Is that what you are telling me?
Yup, that's how it goes. Sometimes, even when I want someone to quit, they don't dare disobey me, so it's easier to use a store manager for my needs.
Let me see if I understand this. If you decide you don't like a new employee, you'll try to convince them to quit. You make their lives miserable, slander them, turn others against them, that sort of thing? And if they still won't quit, will you use your relationship with the manager and convince him to fire them for you?
You make it sound like such a bad thing. I don't like the way you do it. But, I guess that's about the gist of it.
Really now?
You won't have anything to worry about. Just do as I do and take my side. If you follow my example, you can have the life of your dreams. Everything will be neatly in place. I have found myself a great man to marry. He takes care of everything. I don't even have to work. I only had time to do this at the supermarket. And when I'm bored with the other guys I'm seeing, I can always joke around with the store manager here, and it's the perfect stress reliever. You know, not everyone can live this life well. If you want something like it, do what I say. Got it, baby?
Wow, you're really disgusting, you know that? You don't even know me anymore, and you'll start bragging to me about cheating on your husband. After all, what kind of person are you?
Huh? How dare you? Someone like you doesn't deserve to talk to someone like me like that. Don't be so arrogant. You'll talk to me about who I am, but what the hell are you?
Who, me?
You are a true bookworm. Study, 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 that's all you did. But look at you now.
What does it mean?
What did you get for all that research? Nothing. You may have attended a prestigious university and have your degree, but you will be working at the same counter as me, doing the same part-time job as me. It would be funny if it weren't so sad. So be prepared. I will take care of you just like I did before. You will know my hand.
Oh, I guess I forgot to tell you. I won't be there part-time.
What? What are you trying to do? Everyone who works at the supermarket is a part-time employee. Everyone is the same, we all do the same job and have the same number of hours.
Yes, that's true. But I'm trying to tell you, I'm not a part-time employee.
So who are you?
I am in charge of human resources at the head office. I am working for my company. This particular store has a huge problem with employee retention. Turnover is fast and no one seems to last long. So I decided to go investigate.
Wait, what? Are you serious? You really do not start at the market? I thought you would be doing the registration with me.
No, absolutely not. I told you, that's not what I do. I worked very hard to get into a good school, and I studied continuously. I worked my best. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with a part-time job. We need someone at the register. But I'd be disappointed if that's what I'm doing after all that hard work. Thankfully, I got a job with the Human Resources Department at the corporate office. I check the sales of all the branches, I train new employees, that sort of thing.
Are you from the main office? No kidding. Are you from the company?
We were wondering why this store has such a high turnover. As soon as someone starts, they quit or get fired. It has been really confusing for a while now. But today, the big mystery is solved, right? Thanks for this enlightening conversation. Looks like you're the real problem, don't you know me?
What are you saying? You're wrong, it's not like that. I did not do anything.
Well, that's funny. Didn't you just tell me all about it? Could have sworn you were just bragging to me. And your story definitely has to be checked. I interviewed several other employees, and their version of the story perfectly matches yours. Looks like everything will be fine.
What do you mean, everything will be fine?
Know me, you haven't changed a bit since we were little.
Oh, so? Do you have something to say to me?
You look down on anyone who doesn't match your mood. You attack anyone you think is weaker than you. You are a mean girl. Without a doubt, you are the worst kind of person. But it's time for you to get the reward you deserve for your actions.
Reward? What does that mean? I don't see what you are getting. Talk like a real person, not a bookworm.
Obviously, I will report to you in the marketing department for the company. I can't say for sure what will happen next, but I think we both know the most likely outcome. You will almost certainly be fired.
What? Why do you do that?
Do I really need to explain it to you? Surely you can figure it out when you think about what you did. And you know what else? The main office pays for all the advertising when we need to hire new people. And that's been a big expense lately.
I don't know anything about that. That has nothing to do with me. Let me out of there. It sounds like you don't know anything about it, so let me explain it to you.
I don't know what kind of person the manager is. I don't know much about him. But he was hired to manage the store, not to be sneaky with his employees. So I don't understand how we can keep him working after all this. For one, it doesn't look very good and is a complete waste of wages. He's been with the company for a while, so I can't say if he'll be fired yet, but he certainly won't be running the market anymore.
Oh no. Will he no longer be the manager?
Of course he won't. And what more, we don't want any plane to hit the company plus. It can be said that it is a personal animosity, but I will inform your husband and the manager's wife of what you two have done.
What? Wait a minute, now. Why would you do that? That's a bad thing. It's downright meaningless.
I hate to tell you, but you brought this on yourself. What do you expect?
Calm down, May. Why do you say it's such a terrible thing? I thought we were friends. We've been friends since high school. We met again. How can you do that to me?
Friend? Are you joking? You can't do anything but look down on me and mock me. And now suddenly say we're friends? Haha. That's a bit of a convenience, don't you think?
But it's all in the fun, you know. I was just joking with you, you know. You also had a lot of fun, didn't you?
I'm pretty sure there's no one on earth who likes to be teased all the time. I am a human being, not a toy, you know. I'm not here to make your toys. You think you can do whatever you like, but isn't it time to give it a break? Your life is about to be turned upside down and turned into a hell on earth. You should be better prepared for what's to come.
Hell? Don't you think you're exaggerating a bit? All you have to do is change your mind? Nothing has to happen. You don't have to say anything to my family. You don't have to tell the main office anything. That's the easiest solution for everyone, right? Just keep quiet and all this will go away.
The easiest solution for everyone? I don't understand how that would do me any good, haha. Why should I be silent? Give me a good reason.
Please! What do you want from me? Money? I don't have much, but I can pay you something. I don't want to lose what I have. I am really sorry. Please help me.
There is no chance for you. No, even if you pay me. Also, I make more money than you. You can't afford to pay me. Besides, this isn't just a job for me, this is my career we're talking about here. I wouldn't do anything to put that in jeopardy. I'm married. I have children. You may have always looked down on me, but I'm living the life I've always wanted.
Is that correct? I had no idea. I'm so sorry. I made a big mistake. You'll never hear another bad thing about you getting out of me again. I will not speak ill of anyone. You will see. Just give me a chance.
I really don't care about that anymore. And you can rest assured that you will definitely get fired. Consider it a payoff. Perhaps you can feel a little bit of what all the people you fired have felt.
I get it, okay? I will quit my job. I will take responsibility for everything and quit. Just please don't tell my family anything about this. It would be terrible if my husband found out about the affair.
It would be terrible, wouldn't it? He will definitely kick you out of the house, right? You might even owe him some money for all the damage you've done. You won't be able to maintain the fun lifestyle and mini games you've created for yourself.
Why would you do this to me? I don't even remember much about high school. How are you still vindictive of that?
I'm not. That was the old days, now it's water flowing over the bridge. When it comes to reporting to the company, I'm just doing my job. I have to report what I know. But I have to admit that I would be happy to tell your husband and the manager's wife, because I have a bit of a grudge to get rid of.
So there is absolutely nothing I can do?
Not that I can think of. We will owe your husband a settlement. Perhaps you want to be prepared for that?
I'm sorry. You have to do something. Please. I regret everything I've done. I won't hurt anyone again.
Well, you shouldn't. I hope you learned something from this. I have set my report to company. It's over.
Tell me you're lying. What will I do?
Why do you ask me? We're not friends, go ask someone interested. And besides, even if I don't report you, it's pretty certain that one of the other employees will. Looks like some complaints have been filed, I can guess what they're about.
Really?
You went around with that smug look on your face, bragging to everyone about your relationship, right? What you expected. From what I understand, his wife already knows everything. This is not good for you.
I can't believe this is happening to me. You have to do something. Help me. You work in the main office, right? You can take care of this for me. You can make all this go away.
Please stop immediately. You only worry about your own face, you selfish bastard. I am doing my job. Not a servant to let you dictate. Goodbye.
The cheating manager's wife called Nomi out immediately. She takes Nomi to court in a small case, and Nomi loses. She had to pay a rather large amount of money. Of course, her husband got a phone call next. The manager's wife told him everything. May did everything correctly when she filed her report with the corporate office. Naturally, the two cheaters have been fired. Nomi's life is turned upside down, just as May predicted. She lost her job, her husband left her, and with the fraudulent record, she was the one paying alimony. She has managed to alienate everyone around her, and no one is left to help her. Now she is left alone and completely unsure of what to do next.
Gray, is it true that you're going to inherit your family's business?
I am. Is that a problem?
Is it that rundown diner that you're inheriting, right? Frankly speaking, I believe you should focus on pursuing a regular job instead. There is no future prospect for that place.
Ruby, That's not true. I think you're confused. I am determined to sustain the continuity of the business. It has been in existence since my grandfather's era.
Considering your graduation from the economics department, however, don't you believe it would be wise for you to seek employment in a traditional profession? You might even have the opportunity to secure a position at a reputable company.
The sole reason I opted for economics was to acquire knowledge on managing the shop. I don't know if it was even that helpful.
Then how much do you expect to make? It probably won't meet your expectations.
Even if that's the case, I should make at least $7,500.
$7,500? For real?
That's a low estimate. I should make at least that much. I can easily live off of that.
Oh, so that's how things are. I see you and I are quite different.
What's different about us? Ruby? Ruby, where'd you go? We're going to the after party together, right?
I'm going with someone else.
Huh? Who's this other person?
I've been with you up until now because you're attractive. And also because you're pretty popular among our circle. But I can date someone with no future. After graduating, we're done. I'll be graduating from our relationship too.
Seriously? This is so out of the blue. I haven't heard you mention anything about this before. If that's really how you feel, you should have told me sooner.
I held out being with you until we graduated, so you should be grateful. The fact that you're taking over the poor family diner after graduating shows how you don't care about me at all. It's so embarrassing. You're not thinking realistically whatsoever.
Me not being realistic? I was just trying to take on inheriting my family's business, which I explained to you.
Yeah, but you have no common sense. You're graduating from a good university. And you have me as your girlfriend, yet you're not even looking for a proper job. How do you expect to support me with an annual salary of $7,500?
Huh? Annual salary?
You sound like an idiot asking me to live with you on $7,500. There's no way I can be with a guy like that. Anyways, I'm already dating someone with a stable income.
What do you mean you're seeing someone? Is that the reason why we haven't been able to see each other much recently? You've been two-timing me?
What? It's not a big deal. You know this is all your fault, right? You're the one saying that you're going to inherit some shabby diner. I wasted 3 years of my life in college with you. I really thought there was hope for your future. I had no idea you would betray me like this.
I'm not the one betraying you. You're the one betraying me. What are you claiming that I did?
At this rate, I would like to get married soon, and I don't want to work. I did kind of try looking for a job, but my dream is to be a rich housewife. If I married a guy who makes an annual salary of $7,500, then my dream of becoming a housewife would never come true. That's why I've given up on you. This is how it is, so you should give up on me too. We'll find people who suit us better. You'll find someone who can love you in your poor lifestyle.
Why do you have to say it like that? I actually thought about our future a lot. I thought about telling you today after the party, but I had no idea this would happen. I can't believe we dated for 3 years, all for it to end because of you cheating. That's so sad.
It's not cheating, it's called having an insurance plan. I just had a plan B to ensure my future. My future happiness is the most important.
Whatever, nothing that I can say will change the situation. Have a happy life.
Good luck with that rundown business. Your low-level life is waiting for you.
Okay, bye.
Oh my god, I can't believe a lowlife like you is going to the college reunion.
Long time no see. I would never expect meeting the ex-girlfriend that dumped me right out of college at our reunion.
Well, you're making $7,500 at a crappy diner. What else was I supposed to do?
Oh yeah, you made fun of me for that. I'm sorry about the crappy diner. If you're happy now, then I guess it was for the best.
Yeah, everything's going well. At the very least, I'm glad I'm not a knife like you. I'm not married yet, but I will be soon.
I'm glad to hear that. You said that your dream was to get married and become a rich housewife, right? Well, I wish you luck.
I can't believe you confidently show your face at the reunion. If it were me, I could never do that.
Can you quit calling me a lowlife? If it's about me, I don't care, but I don't want my business to be made fun of. And no matter how you look at things, my place is not low level.
It's absolutely low level since you're making $7,500 per year. Are you still running that place? You're really working hard even though you should have quit by now. How about I marry you if you get a normal job? I bet you want to rekindle our old spark, right?
Oh, I'll pass. I'd never be able to love someone who cheats on and throws away their partner.
Your life has been ruined ever since I left you and you became poor.
Well, actually, I make $7,500 per month.
You're lying, you low-life prick.
You're trying to one-up me based on a misunderstanding, so I thought I'd correct you. Since my family's diner is old, you just rudely assumed that it was run down. And you treated me like I was a low-life poor person. But my family's diner is a long-established popular restaurant that is very profitable.
Huh? A long-established restaurant?
I'm not making $7,500 in a year. I'm making that in a month ever since graduating college.
You're kidding, right? $7,500 per month? Huh.
Well, at first I couldn't use all the profits. Because I invested into capital, renovations, improvements, and even expanding the building, all to widen the scope of the business. I even opened a new diner at the beginning of this year. Now, I'm making double what I used to make, and because of that I'm living a far different lifestyle than a low life.
Huh. This isn't some big joke.
This isn't a joke! There's no point in joking. I'm proud of my work. I would never lie about my work. I loved my family shop 5 years ago. No, I've loved it since day one. I'm so happy that I was able to contribute to the business.
I seriously thought that you were just making food to add some trappy diner.
What are you saying? I'm not even a good cook. Come on, Ruby. You should know this.
I know, but don't you have to train for the job?
If I did, that would waste too much of my time. Of course, I'm entrusting the skilled chefs that have been working with us for some time now. It's a pretty big restaurant, so it's not like one person can handle everything anyways. I'm in charge of managing everything.
So you're not running a small poor diner in the countryside?
I never said that I was. Maybe things were like that when my grandpa first started. But it's a well-established restaurant that's been around for more than 60 years. My dad is still the head manager, so I'll be taking on his role.
Huh? This is nothing like what you previously told me. I don't know what's going on. You're telling me that the reason why you didn't look for a job is because you knew that you could make more money than a typical company employee?
That's not why. Why can't you understand? I never even thought about becoming a typical company employee in the first place. No matter how much money I can make, I always had planned to take over the family business. Now, I'm super busy as the manager expanding the business.
I see. I guess I misunderstood. I'm sorry, Gray.
Even if you apologize now, it's not like I'm mad, so it's fine.
Really? So you forgive me?
I don't know about forgiving, but I'm not really mad about anything. I'm not interested, so it doesn't matter.
You're lying about not being interested in me, right? You still like me, right? Since we dated for 3 whole years. Of course, you still like me.
I don't know how you can view things in such a positive way. How could I possibly like you?
What are you saying? Be honest about your feelings. Do you want to get back together with me? It was my fault, and it's not like you're mad anymore anyways.
Even if you were to totally turn things around, I never want to go back to how things were, so there's no point in trying. I'm already engaged.
What? You're engaged?
I'm getting married January of next year. I have a fiancé, so I don't care about you anymore, Ruby. You're just a girl I dated in college and nothing more.
No way! That girl must be a gold digger.
Huh?
She must be. Since you're rich now. If you're rich, then she's definitely just in it for the money. You should choose me instead. I've known you before you became rich, and I love you more than anyone.
You say that so boldly. Yet, you're the one who decided to move on to another guy and throw me away when you decided I had no money. Even if you say all this now, it doesn't mean that I will ever plan on taking you back.
Don't talk like that. We were in love, remember?
I haven't forgotten about what happened forever ago, and we had a terrible breakup. And now you're unemployed, right?
Who, me? What are you saying? No, I'm not.
Some of our fellow classmates were saying that. Even though you complained relentlessly about someone else's job prospects, you yourself are now unemployed. You quit your job, right?
That's not true. I'm just preparing to be a bride now. Since my dream is to get married and be a housewife. I quit my job thinking that I would marry my ex-boyfriend, but when I did that, he laughed at me for wanting to be a housewife in this day and age. So yeah, I got dumped. He's awful, right? He really hurt me. So you can make me feel better, right, Gray? I think it's fate to be together.
Don't make me laugh.
Huh?
This is the karma that you deserve. This is the life you've chosen for yourself. I'm happy with the life I've chosen, so I don't have time to interact with a trashy woman like you.
Wait. Are you referring to me?
Who else would I be talking about? Stop trying to serve men. Why don't you try living for yourself for once?
Don't be so mean. I want to become a housewife and I don't want to work.
You think like that and try to get a man who makes money, so it makes sense why your partner would be so awful. Bye-bye. Unfortunately for you, I didn't turn out to be as low life of a loser as you expected. You need to figure stuff on your own.
Ultimately, Ruby made desperate attempts to entice Gray, yet he outright refused her, causing her to hit rock bottom. Mocked by her former classmates for her unemployment and desperate quest for a husband, Ruby reached her breaking point. Despite Ruby's persistent pleas to reconcile with Gray, he promptly blocked her, ensuring he would never have to read another message from her. In due course, Gray tied the knot with his fiancée, hosting a magnificent ceremony that would ignite envy in many, while Ruby, naturally, was not extended an invitation. Overwhelmed with shame in the presence of her parents, Ruby embarked on a job hunt in an attempt to restore her dignity. It appears that it will take quite some time before she finds a partner for marriage.
Joan, I just wanted to check in with you since it's getting a little late. What time are you planning on coming home tonight? I'd appreciate it if you could let me know when you next have a second.
Huh? It's you. What do you think? Kara, I don't know why you think it's a good idea to try and track down my each and every move. To be honest, it's kind of creepy. Do you just not trust me or something? We're only married because of all the benefits to marriage anyways. So I don't know why you're pressed about what I do with my life. Even with the trips for newlyweds that's occurring on the weekend. I'm only planning to go because I'm the son of a CEO and it would ruin my image if I didn't show my face after getting married. You and I both know that this marriage was just for us to both gain the benefits. There was no love involved in the first place, so stop treating me like I'm your property that you have to keep managing. I need my freedom too, you know. I don't ask where you are every day, do I?
I mean, I get that you need freedom and all. But there's ways to go about saying that without making me feel awful. And besides, this time it's a little different for you. Your father will be coming here in a bit.
My dad is... Wait, why though?
Well, I heard that your suitcase was broken and that you needed a new one for the trip.
Oh, right. That. I remember now.
He says he'd bring around 3 different types of bags, so you need to be here in order to choose which one to borrow.
Wait, is he going to be there soon?
He said he'd be here in half an hour or so. I hope that isn't too difficult for you. You should be able to get back from work by then, right?
Damn it, I'm going to have to hurry up.
Fine, I'll go home now. I think I'll be able to make it. Just tell him I'm on my way, all right?
All right, well, stay safe. Your dad will be waiting here. I'll keep high company if he gets here before you.
All right, Kara, here's the plan. You better listen up, okay? You take the train that's leaving next. And head to the venue first before I do.
Wait, why do I have to do that? Aren't we going together? This is a marriage trip, right?
Well, only one of us needs to check in after all. So you go in there first and then I'll meet up with you later. Until then, though, we'll go our separate ways. Oh, and I forgot to mention, I've booked us 2 different rooms. So I'll send you the details in a bit for your room. Just spend as much time as you want in there while I get there.
Joan. I don't know how to tell you this. But I don't think that's a wedding trip at all. At that point, if we're going separately.
Look, you need to get this through your thick skull. We went through this before, we both know that. This marriage was just done to be convenient for the both of us. So why do I need to share a room with someone I don't even love, Besides, I'm sure you'll enjoy some alone time too. Why would you even want to spend time with a man that clearly doesn't love you? Come on, I'm doing this for both of our sakes. You gotta keep up with what I'm trying to say.
Even so, we did end up getting married, so I think it's pretty important that we do this properly so that we can learn more about each other. We're going to be spending time with each other whether you like it or not in the future, so we need to take this seriously.
That's just your own thoughts anyways. Who decided that we need to take this seriously? Don't push your own damn beliefs onto me. I'm going to do this in my own way, okay?
Okay, so I suppose we'll be spending our own time until you come here then?
I literally just told you that. Don't make me repeat myself again, woman. Now hurry up.
Joan, I'm just messaging you to update you on the situation. I just checked into my room, so I thought you'd like to know. I'll be in my room for now. Let me know if anything comes up. Oh, and also contact me when you arrive.
Whatever. Why do you bother to update me and all of that pointless stuff? Do you think I care?
Well, just in case, I'm on the 12th floor in room 3. I know you probably won't visit, but I just want you to know where I am.
I have no idea what you're talking about, woman. Also, what the hell is up with all of this? I mean, seriously.
What's the problem? Is something wrong?
You're on a higher floor than I am. How does that make any sense?
Well, it seems like this hotel was pretty packed today. I don't think we could conveniently be on the same floor.
I'm on the 9th floor. Room 10 if you're curious. It doesn't feel right that you're sleeping on a higher floor than I am.
Aw, so that's why you never ended up arriving to our meeting spot? I suppose you were checking in before I was.
Whatever. Just switch rooms with me already. I don't have all day to organize this.
Why? Is there an issue with your room? I'm sure the night view is good from any floor. Besides, I think that would end up being tougher than you might think.
And why is that? Are you trying to defy your own husband, huh?
Well, I mean, this room only has a single bed. I don't know if you'd like that very much.
Are you serious?
Also, don't you think it'd be a little hard to use a room like that with two people?
What are you talking about? I'm not going to sleep with you. I'd rather die. I don't know what funny ideas you have in your head.
Well, I heard that today you have plans with the new recruit to the company, Joan.
What? I'm so lost right now.
And tomorrow there is plans with the woman who lives in the area, right? What was her name, Mia or something?
I have no idea what you're talking about, woman.
I know that even after you married me you still spend time with other women. And many too. I'm sure if you brought her along with you to a wedding trip of yours, she must be one of your favorites.
Why do you know that? And how?
Oh my, you actually thought I wouldn't catch on? Did you even try to hide it all because that attempt was absolutely pathetic? I heard that you tried to hit on some of my coworkers too. Rumors spread like wildfire, you know? Angie tried to go for my friend's sister too.
I did? I didn't even know about that.
If you go to that extent to try and get with every woman around me, obviously I'd catch on quick. Do I really look that easy to fool to you?
Ugh. Damn it. Why do you know all this? I guess there isn't much use hiding it if you figured out this much. Well, it doesn't matter, you know we can't get divorced even if we wanted to.
Huh? What exactly do you mean by that?
Oh, come on, don't play dumb. I know you know exactly what I'm hinting at. Your dad's company is a branch company to my dad's company. In other words, you ended up marrying me so that you could make that connection between our dad's companies that much more connected. If we ended up going through a divorce, then everything would end up being for. Not your father wouldn't let you go through with it. What daughter wants to endanger the status of their own parents' company? There's no way you can get out of this marriage.
Gotcha. No wonder you were acting this way for the entire time if this is how you interpreted the whole situation.
Alright, well, now you know everything, so you better listen to everything I tell you to do. You do whatever you want because I'm going to be busy enjoying myself with all these women. If you don't like it, you're free to go home. On the other hand, I'm going to enjoy my hotel life here with my girlfriends while you do that. I doubt you even have the courage to go through and run away from me, though.
Right, I think I finally understand everything now. For now, I'm just going to spend time in my room so you do whatever you want to do.
Good girl. That's exactly what I wanted to hear from you. I'll go have
Morning, Mom. I hope you're doing well. Sorry for contacting you early in the morning. Do you have a second?
Oh, Kara. Good morning, I hope you slept well. Is there something I can help you with, dear? How is your wedding trip going? I hope you're getting along with Joan. I know you were nervous about the whole thing, but I hope you got over that.
Yeah, about that. We're definitely not getting along. Like, at all.
Huh? What's wrong, dear? Do you want to talk about it?
I know this is not the best topic to bring up so early in the morning and all. But I need to tell you this. But I know that Sam is deeply misunderstanding the whole situation behind this marriage. I wanted to talk to you about everything.
He is misunderstanding the situation? What do you mean by that?
I don't know if his father believes in the same things. He does, but I can tell you one thing. Remember the whole thing about Joan taking over the company sometime next year? I can just see all of our assets gone to waste if this ends up coming to fruition. It's only a matter of time until both of our companies end up on bad terms with each other from all of this.
Tell me, what happened for you to go through all of these thoughts?
Well, I want to explain it all to both of our fathers so they get the full context of everything. I know he might be sleeping in on the weekend, so I ended up contacting you instead. Could you wake him up if he isn't awake yet?
All right, that's why you ended up messaging me instead.
You got it.
And Joan father is also there in the house too, right? I mean, he came over to give Joan his suitcase.
But I'm sure if you wake one of them up, the other will wake up soon enough.
You're right. I'll get to it right away.
Okay, well, I'd like to speak to them both online in about an hour. Do you think you could make it work?
Don't worry about me, sweetie. I'll get them in no time. I'll get them all set up in front of their computers before the hour goes by. You don't need to worry about a thing.
Thanks. I really appreciate it, Mom. You're the best.
Hey Kara, big news. You better get excited, I'm going to finally give you some attention instead of any other girl. Hey Kara. Listen to me. Hurry it up. It's already been 10 minutes. Don't make me wait any longer. I decided personally to cancel plans with another chick just so I can spend some quality time with you. So you'd better appreciate what I do for you. But look at you. You don't even respond to my messages. Hey, answer me.
Oh, good morning, Joan. I was wondering why my phone was going off like that. But to think it was all notifications from you.
Huh? What did you expect? I'm the most important person in your contact list. You need to show me some more respect as my wife. And here I was going out of my way to treat you right for once. You not only hold me up by not responding, but you also talk to me with disrespect.
Oh, to think you'd give up fun times with Mia for little old me? What got into you all of a sudden?
Look, just hurry up and get over here before I stop wanting to give you any more of my time. I'll spend the remainder of this trip with you, so stop sulking and come to my room.
Oh, I'm good. Don't you worry about that at all.
What's with your attitude? This is your chance of a lifetime. I'm saying I'm choosing you over Mia.
Mia just left, didn't she? Because her husband caught on to the whole cheating situation. And now you're desperate for anyone's attention that you'd even give me a chance.
What are you suggesting?
Oh, and I wouldn't even be able to go to your room even if I wanted to, by the way. Because I'm already home now.
What? Hold on, what do you mean?
I took the train back during the evening. So I've been home for a few hours now, actually. I'm just organizing all of my belongings so I can move out on any short notice.
Wait, what? What are you planning now? Tell me. You left your own husband alone on your honeymoon? How selfish can you be to go back home without any prior notice? Are you trying to get divorced?
Yeah, I am actually. I'm glad we're on the same wavelength.
Wait, you were serious?
I talked to both of our fathers about the fact that I wanted a divorce along with my reasoning, and they seem to be in full agreement with us going through with it.
Why would they say that they know how important this marriage is?
Joan, I need to tell you one thing and get this straight. You've been led astray by a huge misunderstanding. My father's company is technically working under your father's company. That part is correct. But my father also has the license to distribute many products without needing any permission from higher-ups.
What are you getting at?
And your father's company made the agreement with my father in order to get the license to those assets. In other words, your father is very privileged that he was able to meet a man like my father that has those rights.
So you're saying the important one out of both of our dads is?
Exactly. If this marriage falls through, it's not my father that will be in trouble. It's yours. That's what you need to understand.
You're kidding me. No way.
Why would I lie about this? I thought you were confident for some reason, but for you to be this delusional. And as you guessed it, I discussed all of this with both of our fathers. But now my father is fully convinced that he doesn't want to deal with your father's company from all of the issues that arose this time around. Oh, and I would forget about you becoming the CEO at this point. I heard that your father will be staying away from that original plan.
You were joking?
Well, you'll have to talk it out with him. I don't know the exact details.
Fine. All right. How about this then? I'll cut ties with all of the women I have been seeing.
Huh? Why would you need to do that?
Because I'll promise that I'll treat you and only you as my wife. Let's just forget everything that's happened until now between us and start anew. That way we wouldn't need to go through any divorce procedures, right?
Joan, you really need to understand the situation more.
Oh, sorry. Am I missing something still?
Our marriage was never meant to be something that determined the connections between my father's company and yours. It was all an unrelated marriage through coincidence.
Now you're just making all of that up.
Well, I hate to break it to you, but if cheating was ever brought into this whole picture, the marriage was always going to end at that moment. It's not as if the divorce itself is going to put a dent in our father's work. At all.
Okay, fine. But why do I have to give up my spot as being the next CEO after my dad?
Well, after all of this happened with all of the blatant cheating behind my back, your dad has come to the conclusion that you are absolutely not fit to be a CEO. That's all there is to it.
Damn it. So I brought this upon myself?
You absolutely did. Anyways, unlike you, I'm going to be busy organizing everything from a lawyer to counseling for divorce procedures. So you just wait there for your eventual downfall while contemplating on all of the bad choices you've made in your life.
Damn it. Damn it.
I'm often viewed as weak and unreliable from my meek and fragile build as well as my dull presence. But in actuality, I wasn't the woman that Joan thought I was, who would say yes to absolutely anything without fighting back. Which is exactly what led to his ego boost to go and sleep with all of those other women. In the end, due to Joan being the one that caused all of these problems, I will be legally getting him to pay for the majority of the divorce fund. And to add insult to injury, all 5 women that he had been seeing all of this time were currently married. Meaning the husbands of those women also pressed charges onto him, demanding him to pay up to sort this whole situation out. With all of this controversy surrounding him, his father had no choice but to fire him from his job. Now he spends his days doing odd jobs and part-time work just so he can afford enough money for his lifestyle, whilst slowly paying the husbands of the women cheated on his debt.